tripping? Why is everything tripping? What is going on? Everything's, I don't know. Aries season energy. Good morning, everyone. This is Tati here. I hope everyone is staying safe, staying protected. I got a channeled message. You know how it goes up. Ancestors in the building, angels in the building. Hi, JJ. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Oh, what the freak? I just had to change the brightness. Alright. So, this will be a quick little video, quick little message. But I feel like it benefited somebody. It was just so strong. You know? And the whole world's going through something. I was in my morning prayer, morning meditation, morning grounding, you know, whatever people like to call theirs. And I know a lot of us have had a lot going on with ourselves, with our family, with friends, with relationships, jobs, you know, people being dark-sided, a lot of really just, you know, odd things being exposed, and I really felt myself needing to pray for some kind of peace. And the reason why this prayer session was so intense, I was at a point in my prayer where I was just talking about peace and everybody having a sense of peace. And, you know, peace starts in the mind. You know, it's so funny. I was talking about this on a couple of my videos, and I was saying that, you know, you can pull a tarot card, you can go get a crystal, but if you don't have peace in your mind, which your spirit is connected to, all the other shit is just really, really, really irrelevant. And I think a lot of people need to start realizing that. I was talking to my psychic friend, and I was telling her, I was like, yo, doesn't almost new school spirituality like make people act like pussies in a way? Because it's like, I feel like a lot of people don't pray anymore, like genuinely actually open their hands and open their heart and open their spirits and go within and really pray and go under. Prayer is a meditation. So I feel like a lot more people need to start practicing prayer more. You know, I hear people say, oh, I prayed this one time and I felt something great. It's like, well, why did you stop? I feel like there's an important message here about the deep meaning and the need of more of people to really start going under the energy of prayer and meditation and writing. Okay? The veil is very thin. Okay, the veil is very thin. People, you know, people have been doing a lot of dark things, and the veil is lifting, and people are getting exposed, honey. Okay, some people are getting exposed for, you know, dark sexual things, for playing mind games on people. Some people are getting exposed for doing dark magic. Some, you know, it's Aries season. This is an explosive season, and best believe spiritually, I think I feel like almost like the veil is on fire. If I could be completely honest with you, what I feel in the metaphysical, I feel like God is ready to burn through all this shit. Like, I feel like God is like, okay, I'm ready to remove whatever bind people think is in between heaven and earth, and hell and earth as well. That's why I feel like this ancestor this morning they came to me on my, what side is this? On my left side. And they had on a, gosh, I can't even, I don't even know what it's called. I just know I've seen it in pictures of people in Africa. I hate to sound so ignorant, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's something that went up to the top of their head. And it was an older woman, like she could have been in her 80s, you guys, like an older African woman. And she just started chanting furiously about peace, like chanting at me. My whole arm, this arm, caught ice. That's how I knew a spirit was coming to visit me. This whole arm caught frozen, you guys. Like I touched my arm and I was in a freezer. The rest of my body was hot. I'm in a garage. I'm in Miami, Florida. It's warm. Okay? The rest of my body was absolutely warm. And I understand why this ancestor was here now. And why she was chanting so furiously. And why I felt the spirit so strong. Is because we do need to get back into the power of prayer. I ask people about prayer and they're like, oh, I pray every day. Or they get defensive. Or that's a demon. To be honest with you, we don't realize how many people are infected with dark spirits, dark energy, until we ask to pray. We don't realize that. And I feel like that's why this ancestor came to me during prayer. And my whole arm got frozen. And I felt the spirit so hard. Because the veil is lifting. The veil is burning at this point. It's Aries season. There is something about this season, I feel, that first of all, our lives have already been explosive. So what do you think is going to happen during this time? Tarot card, if I pulled it, I think it would be the Wheel of Fortune. Anything can happen right now, you guys. Stay vigilant to your spirit. Stay vigilant to your mental health. The spirit starts in the mind. Like I was saying earlier, you can buy a crystal. You can pull a tarot card. If your mind is not right, it does not matter. If your spirit is not right, it does not matter. If you're not on your knees calling upon whatever heavenly power it is that you believe in, it is not right. Call it an epiphany, okay? Call it a slap in the face by an ancestor, but I get it now. I get it now. And I hope other people do too. Because it's not like there's anything wrong with anything that you do. It's just remembering the power of prayer. In the connection, the divinity that it gives us, the protection, you guys. Prayer equals protection. You feel unprotected, you feel like people are coming at you, pray. You know, I do things like cord cuttings and certain things like that, reaching into the metaphysical. I pray over each and every one of those. Nothing's more powerful than prayer. Everything I do for my clients, I pray over everything. It's not just, oh, herbs and oil and candle and voila. Like, no. No. You know, it would be fun, but you have to remember that connection and the reason why you're even, you know, maybe able to have a strong intuition or a strong discernment or have a mediumship ability or a psychic ability or be able to get messages through tarot cards and stuff like that. We got to understand, when we watch tarot videos, when you pull tarot cards, those are spirits. That's why I'm saying, very important, prayer. Very, very, very time in this world to stay vigilant. We got to stay vigilant right now. And I think that's what this ancestor, that's why this ancestor was chanting it. You should have seen her. She was like yelling. She's like, there will be peace. There will be peace. And she had white warrior paint on her. And she was just, I had the chills right now, you guys. Like, she was just making me feel it. Like, we have to feel it. We have to believe it. We got to have faith. Because like I said, I don't know what's about to go down in the world, in the U.S., but something's been going down for a minute. And like I said, humanity, we're going to need each other. The governments aren't here for us. We already need each other. But we knock each other down too easily. And that's what the ancestors say too. That's why this focus was peace. That's why the ancestor was screaming peace at me. When you don't have peace inside, you don't want no one else to have peace inside. And I think we all know people like that, who are just unhappy and don't have no peace inside, and then go out into the world and try to mess up everyone else's aura and everyone else's energy because theirs is off, or they're depressed, or they're whatever it is. It doesn't matter. That's why I said spirituality, all that good stuff starts in the mind. Look up the pineal gland. You know what's crazy? You guys want to know what's so crazy? Yesterday, right? No, not yesterday. Sorry. It was maybe 2 or 3 days ago. I was at someone's house up the street, and my friend, his mom came home early, and I had gotten up. I was in the bathroom, and me and her started to speak, and this woman tells me she's a prayer warrior. Like, people call this woman when they have stage 4 cancer, and she prays for them, and within weeks, not only is the cancer gone, but they're up and walking. She prayed for one girl that had ovarian cancer. 5 weeks later, not only was she fine, but she was perfectly healthy pregnant. I'm telling you guys, there is something God has been trying to tell me about the power of prayer. There is something God's been trying to get a message out to me. He really has. Because I met that woman. I talked to that woman for 3 hours, y'all. And I was exhausted. But somehow, when I started speaking to her, and she started telling me about prayer, and she started telling me about when you really get that faith in you. And then my prayer session with my ancestor today, I was like, dang, if I don't share this, I feel like I'm sitting on a gold mine. And that is the power of prayer. And the power of opening yourself up to the actual divine. That's how I started my spiritual journey. I asked for Archangel Michael. And from there, it took off on its own. Spirit took me where I needed to go. Sometimes it hurt, sometimes it was good, but Spirit took me where I needed to go. And it led me to where I need to be. And I think a lot of people have been having that purpose conversation within themselves, like, what's my purpose? Or should I be doing this? Or, what's this? Or this still, so some people still dealing with PTSD, trauma from their past. I feel like today that happened to me because I was basically told, just pray. I feel like today that's basically what I was told. Just make sure nothing in this world could ever deter your faith, because nothing is bigger than heaven, okay? No darkness, no demon. I got into an argument with someone a few months ago, and I could tell that this person had a dark spirit working through them. So when this person tried to argue with me, or whatever this person tried to do, I looked that person dead in their face. I looked in that person's third eye. Not their eye. I looked in this person's third eye. And I said, no demon or no devil can ever scare me. And I felt a spirit leave the room. I felt a spirit leave the room. We have to realize this is peak spiritual warfare. It's been peak spiritual warfare. What are you going to do about it? Pray about it. Call out the demons. Cast them out. We all have the power to do something spiritual. Not just people online or on TikTok or Instagram. We all have the ability. Like I said, this is a peak time in the metaphysical. Shit is going crazy. It's time to utilize the energy. Because other people are let me tell you, a lot of people are in this high priestess energy, but in reverse. A lot of people are out here thinking they could, I'm going to do this spell and do this spell. No. And because of that, the metaphysical is insane. That's why I'm saying right now this is peak prayer time. Peak time to call on your ancestors, call on God, Jesus Christ, call on your angels. If there's someone who has passed over and you love them, light them a candle. Ancestors are real. Honor your friends that have died. They are around you. My best friend died of a drug overdose in 2017. And he visited me in a vision the other day, and I boo-hooed like a baby because I've always felt like our friends, especially our friends that love us, that pass over, really do stick by us. So remember that, you guys. Stay vigilant, okay? Love you. Oops.